Who shot you?
Don't matter none. I'll last till they get here.
Radio programs were a cornerstone of family entertainment, captivating audiences with tales of cowboy justice. In 1952, Gunsmoke transitioned from radio to the small screen, expanding from a half-hour show to a celebrated hour-long series. Over 2 decades, this classic garnered 5 prestigious Emmys, securing its place as the second-longest TV program ever.
This story doesn't make much sense. Well, can you wait a couple of days till he gets a little stronger?
Unforgettable cast, and guest stars Polly Pond was the first choice for the part of Miss Kitty Russell. She turned it down, and Amanda Blake eagerly picked it up. Marshal Matt Dillon was the most difficult role to cast. William Conrad voiced him on the radio show, but wasn't considered. Scheduling conflicts prevented the network from achieving its dream of nabbing John Wayne. The icon insisted they give it to his friend Will Arness after they'd auditioned 26 other actors. Ken Curtis was able to play several characters. His primary role was Festus Hageneral. He also showed up as Buck Taylor, Newly O'Brien, a Texan cowboy murdered after becoming friends with Chester, and other roles. James Arness was the only actor to star in every single episode of Gunsmoke. That was despite struggling through the final 10 seasons due to his severe arthritis. He'd have to film an episode in a single day to take a week-long break afterward. Milburn Stone almost starred in every episode as well. He missed out on 6 episodes in 1971 due to a heart attack.
Somebody's coming. You better get behind the door.
Cultural references in the TV series Gunsmoke highlighted thoughtful choices in casting and character names. Chester went from good to Proudfoot, a nod to J.R. Tolkien's Hobbits. Doc Adams remained nameless for 16 seasons until Galen was chosenator. The town of Dodge welcomed a list stars, including Star Trek's main crew and the Brady Bunch kids. Guest appearances featured John Astin, John Voight, and Ron Howard, enriching the show's tapestry with talent and recognition. Gunsmoke seamlessly intertwined these cultural icons into its Wild West narrative, captivating audiences with each episode's star-studded allure.
With me.
Well, it's cause of you I'm staying here in Dodge. I figured you...
In the TV series, the original opening scene of Gunsmoke shows Marshal Matt Dillon in a gunfight. He then walks through a graveyard and gets up to Boot Hill while delivering memorable narration. The speech was lifted directly from the radio show to create a strong connection between the two mediums. This classic wanted to ensure that listeners who recognize and love the narration would want to sit down and watch. The opening sequence was changed in the 70s to tone down violence in the media. However, the original gunfight remains iconic and was filmed on the same main street as the Western staple, 1952's High Noon. Gunsmoke holds a special place in television history for its impactful opening scene and enduring legacy in the Western genre.
Confederate gentleman does about something he don't care about. Go ahead. You got.
In 1952, Gunsmoke graced American television screens while its radio program ran simultaneously. From 1957 to 1961, it dominated TV viewership, boasting over 400 episodes upon its conclusion. This achievement stood until The Simpsons aired its 689th episode in 2018. Its immense popularity even led to the cancellation of competing shows. Despite declining ratings in season 6, rather than axing the show, producers opted to shift it to the time slot once held by Gilligan's Island. Gunsmoke's impact on television history is undeniable.
The cavalry in here, you're going to be asking for a fight, and you're going to get a lot more than you bargained for.
In the 1955 TV series Gunsmoke, Marshal Dillon would famously tell every villain that entered his town to "Get the hell out of Dodge." This classic catchphrase became a popular part of contemporary speech in the 60s and 70s. Fans of the show would eagerly anticipate the moment when Dillon would deliver this memorable line to the troublemakers causing chaos in Dodge City. The catchphrase not only added to the show's excitement, but also became a cultural phenomenon, ingraining itself in the lexicon of the time. Marshal Dillon's no-nonsense attitude and commanding presence made the delivery of this catchphrase all the more impactful, solidifying its place in television history. Gunsmoke captured the essence of the Wild West with its thrilling storylines and memorable characters, but it was the iconic catchphrase that truly left a lasting impression on viewers, an unforgettable line from a timeless classic.
Say he's Injun? Oh, he don't let on. But it's the truth, so help me.
Gunsmoke had a sponsor fit for a cowboy, L&M Cigarettes. They kept this relationship for the first 7 seasons until cigarette ads were banned on TV. The Gunsmoke radio program made it clear that Miss Kitty was the madam of the local saloon. The TV show didn't change this fact, but was a bit more subtle about it because they wanted to make the show more family-friendly. They toned it down even more in the 70s when the intro was changed. Violence and sex were both being pushed out. Olivia Walton, who played Miss Matt Dillon, only got to have one tiny on-screen kiss in the entirety of the show. It was during the episode Matt's Love Story.
He's mine. You're no different.
In the 1955 TV series Gunsmoke, actors on the show innovated some of their characters' most distinguishing features. Dennis Weaver, who portrayed Chester, decided to fake a limp to differentiate his character from others in Dodge, which later became a central aspect of Chester. Throughout the show, characters met their demise in the perilous town of Dodge, with Gary Busey's character being the last one to go. Additionally, Harv Daly's character was scripted out by succumbing to brain cancer in one of the final episodes. These character innovations added depth and realism to the narrative of Gunsmoke.
Chains. He's crazy. Wild.
Gunsmoke is set in the 1870s, 1880s, but expresses social, racial, and political ideals more common in the 1950s, 1970s when it was filmed. The characters sport a low-hanging belt holster rig called the Buscadero style, invented in the early 20th century. Despite this anachronism, only a few characters adhere to traditional holster placement. Matt is called a U.S. Marshal, though Kansas became a state 10 years before the series, with only one marshal stationed in its capital, Hays. Dodge would have had a town marshal and county sheriff. Guest characters arriving in stagecoaches is improbable given their closure in 1872. The Long Branch Saloon's doors also posed a continuity issue, later rectified. Ma Smalley's boarding house signs changed position, a detail spotted by devoted fans.
Made me hate him worse than I ever did.
Lily, I'll take you back to your hotel now.
In 1955, the TV series Gunsmoke concluded in one of the most peculiar ways. Rather than a clear ending, the 20th season wrapped up with a regular episode that turned out to be the finale, leaving fans and the cast with no closure. Despite this unexpected conclusion, several follow-up films were released to give some continuation to the story. These films included Gunsmoke Return to Dodge in 1987, The Last Apache in 1990, To the Last Man in 1992, The Long Ride in 1993, and One Man's Justice in 1994. The dedicated James Arness, who had been present in every episode of the show, carried on his commitment by reprising his role as the marshal in each movie.
Here they come. They're coming right in here. Burrow and all. Burrow? Yes, sir. No burrow comes in a Long Branch.
The impact of Gunsmoke on popular culture is unmistakable. It, along with the life and legend of Wyatt Earp, spawned a decades-long Western renaissance. By the 1950s, there were over 40 Westerns in primetime slots. Gunsmoke's influence extended far beyond its initial broadcast, shaping the way audiences viewed the Wild West on television. Its depiction of law and order in the frontier town of Dodge City captivated viewers and set the standard for Western dramas to come. The characters, notably Marshal Matt Dillon, Miss Kitty, and Doc Adams, became iconic figures in American television history. Gunsmoke's legacy lives on in the countless Westerns that followed in its footsteps, paying homage to its groundbreaking blend of action, drama, and moral storytelling. The show's impact on the Western genre remains unparalleled, solidifying its place as a classic of television history.
I need a couple of days.
Sure, Zena.
James Arness, known for his role as the Dodge City Marshal, and Zeb in the European cult classic How the West Was Won, passed away at the age of 88. Dennis Weaver, after his 9 years on the TV series, took on new projects including Kentucky Jones, the 1971 film Duel, and the show McCloud. Amanda Blake's character, Miss Kitty, was honored at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum, and later raised cheetahs in captivity. Milburn Stone, from a family of artists, contributed to Gunsmoke behind the scenes before retiring. Ken Curtis brought comedy relief as Festus Hagen, and continued in Westerns post the show. Buck Taylor's role in the series led to a successful painting career. Glenn Strange's final performance was in the show before his unfortunate passing.
Hoping you and Chester could help me look for her. I've been everywhere.
Gunsmoke is a classic TV show that first aired in 1955. It is set in the Wild West town of Dodge City, Kansas. The story revolves around the adventures of Marshal Matt Dillon, the main character who maintains law and order in the town. His trusty deputy, Chester, and the witty Doc Adams assist him in keeping the peace. The show follows their daily struggles with outlaws, bandits, and other challenges of frontier life. Gunsmoke is one of the longest-running TV series, spanning 20 seasons, and earning numerous awards for its performances and storytelling. It's a timeless Western classic that has left a lasting impact on television history.
Well, I just don't know nothing else to do.
During the casting process for the 1955 television series Gunsmoke, a careful selection of actors was crucial to its success. James Arness, who played Marshal Matt Dillon, was chosen after a rigorous audition. His imposing height and strong presence made him a perfect fit for the role. Initially, he was considered for another character, but the producers recognized his potential for the lead. For Miss Kitty, the role went to Amanda Blake. She impressed the casting directors with her vibrant personality and ability to convey depth and warmth, essential for the saloon owner. The chemistry between Arness and Blake was evident during their auditions, which helped solidify their casting. Milburn Stone, cast as Doc Adams, brought a unique blend of humor and authority. His audition was memorable, showcasing his ability to balance the gruff nature of the character with moments of lightness. As for Festus, Ken Curtis had to prove himself to the producers. His ability to create a unique, memorable character during the audition process was pivotal. The chemistry tests conducted ensured that all actors worked well together, fostering the relationships that would resonate on screen. The entire casting process was marked by a commitment to finding the right actors who could bring the rugged world of Dodge City to life, establishing the foundation for a beloved series that would last for years.
Enforcing the law. It's not for stepping out into the street and shooting it out with every crazy gunman that comes into.
The directorial vision behind the 1955 TV series Gunsmoke was focused on creating a realistic and gritty portrayal of life in the Old West. The director aimed to showcase the moral complexities of the characters and the challenges they faced in a lawless frontier. Drawing inspiration from classic Western films and literature, the director infused the show with a sense of authenticity and attention to detail. The director's style emphasized mood and atmosphere, utilizing stark landscapes and natural lighting to immerse viewers in the rugged world of Dodge City. Collaborating closely with the cast and crew, the director encouraged authentic performances and realistic interactions to bring out the depth of the characters and their struggles. Incorporating elements of psychological drama alongside action and suspense, the director crafted a multi-dimensional narrative that captured the essence of life on the frontier. Drawing on a wide range of creative influences, including classic Western tropes and storytelling techniques, the director brought a fresh perspective to the portrayal of the Old West on television. By fostering a collaborative environment on set and encouraging creative input from the cast and crew, the director was able to bring Gunsmoke to life as a groundbreaking and enduring series that resonated with audiences for years to come. The production of the 1955 TV series Gunsmoke involved intricate set design to recreate the Old West, with detailed saloons, dusty streets, and rugged landscapes. Filming took place in various locations such as California, using real outdoor settings to lend authenticity to the show. Logistical challenges included coordinating large casts and crews, managing unpredictable weather, and transporting equipment to remote locations. Innovative techniques were employed, such as using special effects to create gunfights and other action scenes. The show also leveraged the latest camera technologies to capture the essence of the Wild West on screen, immersing viewers in the drama and excitement of the time period. Overall, the production of Gunsmoke required creativity, resourcefulness, and technical expertise to bring the iconic series to life for audiences across the country.
Better get back to my work.
Don't you let us interrupt you none, ma'am.
The musical score and soundtrack of the 1955 TV series Gunsmoke were meticulously crafted to enhance the storytelling and emotional depth of the show. Composers and musicians worked in harmony to create music that perfectly matched the narrative and tone of each episode. Through the use of stirring melodies, suspenseful themes, and poignant tunes, the music added layers of emotion and drama to the on-screen action. The composers and musicians strived to capture the essence of the Old West evoking feelings of adventure, danger, and camaraderie. Their dedication to creating impactful music ensured that the audience was fully immersed in the world of Gunsmoke, enhancing the viewing experience for all. In one iconic scene from the 1955 TV series Gunsmoke, Marshal Matt Dillon bravely faces a group of outlaws in a high noon showdown. The director masterfully captures the tension with tight close-up shots of the character's eyes, emphasizing the stakes at hand. James Arness delivers a powerful performance, showcasing Dillon's unwavering resolve. The cinematography enhances the dusty, sunlit setting, creating a classic Western ambience that immerses the audience in the action. This scene resonates with viewers, highlighting themes of justice and courage in the Wild West. Reflecting on this scene, James Arness, the actor behind Marshal Dillon, remarked, "It was a pivotal moment for my character, embodying the spirit of the frontier lawman." The director praised the ensemble cast for their dedication to authenticity, adding, "Every actor brought depth and nuance to their roles, elevating Gunsmoke to new heights." This pivotal scene continues to captivate audiences, showcasing the timeless appeal of the Western genre in television history.
I sat there on the ground all night.
Why didn't you tell me all this before, Jim?
The 1955 TV series Gunsmoke significantly impacted both cultural and social spheres. By portraying the challenges of frontier life, it resonated with audiences seeking stories of courage and justice. The show's success influenced pop culture by popularizing the Western genre on television, paving the way for future Western-themed shows and films. Gunsmoke also contributed to discussions on relevant social themes by addressing issues such as law enforcement, morality, and community values, sparking conversations about right and wrong in society. Its portrayal of complex characters and ethical dilemmas added depth to the show's cultural significance, making it a lasting part of television history. When Gunsmoke premiered in 1955, it quickly became a major success. Critics praised its realistic portrayal of life in the Old West, especially its complex characters and moral dilemmas. The New York Times highlighted the show's depth, noting that it was not just another Western, but a thoughtful exploration of human behavior. Viewers were captivated by the strong performances, particularly that of James Arness as Marshal Matt Dillon. Audience reactions were overwhelmingly positive, with many fans appreciating the show's mix of action and drama. Gunsmoke garnered several awards during its run, including multiple Primetime Emmy Awards, which underscored its impact on television storytelling. In 1957, it received an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Program Achievement in the field of drama, a significant recognition at the time. The accolades meant a lot for the cast and crew, affirming their hard work and dedication. The show's long-lasting popularity and critical acclaim helped solidify the careers of many involved, leaving a legacy that influenced future television dramas.
Well, good morning, Matt.
During the filming of the 1955 TV series Gunsmoke, the cast and crew had an interesting experience. One day, as they were shooting a scene outdoors, a group of wild horses unexpectedly appeared on set, causing a moment of chaos and surprise. Despite the disruption, the cast remained calm, and the crew quickly improvised to work the unexpected animals into the scene, adding an element of authenticity to the show. This unplanned event added a touch of excitement to the day's filming and created lasting memories for everyone involved in the production.
No trouble at all from him.
Yeah, Tilda tells me you're doing all right, too.
Does she?
Gunsmoke, a 1955 TV series, holds a significant place in film history due to its long-lasting impact on future filmmaking. Its portrayal of the Old West and the characters within it influenced many productions that followed. Gunsmoke's success paved the way for future Western-themed shows and movies, shaping the way audiences perceive the genre. It inspired numerous works exploring similar themes of justice, law, and the American frontier. The legacy of Gunsmoke continues to resonate in the world of entertainment, showcasing the enduring influence of this classic television series.
There's been times when I wish I was smaller myself. Not that I can't move as fast as any man, but I'm easy.
If you're a fan of the 1955 TV series Gunsmoke, we'd love to hear about your experiences and memories with the show. Share how Gunsmoke has impacted you personally or influenced your views on cinema. Engage with us by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more cinematic explorations. Your stories matter and can inspire others to revisit this classic series. Let's celebrate the magic of Gunsmoke together.
Marshal, you ever get to Coldwater,